Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager, and my name is Negro. I am in the process of making myself what's going to be lunch. I am a big sandwich person. I could eat a sandwich, not the same sandwich, but I could eat a sandwich every day. Some type of meat sandwich every day, and it actually doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be tuna, but yeah. Ironically, well, not ironically. I don't know why I said that. Interestingly, one of the first things that I always think of when I think about that is my daughter Alexis, who turns 28 this year. I started early. Get them out of the way. Start early. Her favorite sub is a tuna. Sub. As I just spilled pickle juice all over it. I am not the only pickle. I don't even know why am I walking you guys through what I'm doing. The bread and butter pickles are the only pickles that I don't like tart, bitter stuff. Okay. Or at least not for pickles. I don't, so yeah. So anyway, I wanted to talk for a moment about being unequally yoked. Okay, and so most of us, from a religious aspect, we know what that means. The church people, you're unequally yoked. If you saved, she ain't, and he saved, or you saved, and he ain't, and blah 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 blah. Right? Whatever. So we know that, but what about your children? Can you be unequally yoked with your children? Somebody's like, hell yeah, motherfuckers don't do what I say as it is. I hear you there. Again, I got a 28-year-old. I was there for her teenage years. Yep, I had to jack her up once or twice. And when I say that, I don't mean hit her, but I definitely mean drill something in her face. Let me tell you who the fuck you messing with, because this is not going to end well for you. Type of energy. And even with that, isn't it amazing? And this is where I get to relate what we do here to the Father. This is how I get to do this. Because I get frustrated, I get angry just like you. In fact, probably maybe a little more, just because of I'm a perfectionist. You might be, but I'm a perfectionist. So yeah, that's one of the wonderful things that I enjoy about golf, is that it takes so many things moving in the opposite direction, and then like it takes so many things to make a good swing. It's not like basketball. Basketball, your whole body's going in the same direction. Okay? Baseball, you're running, same direction. You swing the bat, your body, it's all going forward, right? And golf, okay, despite how similar a baseball swing is to a golf swing, in golf, however, in baseball, with your swing, you can move a lot more than you can in a golf swing, okay, and still hit a good shot or make a good hit, I guess, in baseball, okay? But in golf, it takes the intricacies, and the golf is the only sport where your opponent roots for you when you make a shot, when you make a good shot. Golf is the only sport, because everybody globally understands how difficult the sport is. So, right? And you cheer your buddy, you're like, okay, we're going to play, I don't know, $2 a hole. Okay, we play $2 a hole. So if we play $2 a hole, then, I don't know, right? We get to the end, and come down to it, and I got a shot, you got a shot. The enemy never went over to shake Kobe's hand when he made those 37 buzzer beaters and game winners in their face. The enemy never went over and said, good job, Mamba. But in golf, your opponent will thank you or will congratulate you on a good shot. That's something unique about golf among sports, I think. Okay? Thank you so much again for tuning in. So being unequally yoked, we can be, again, unequally yoked with our children. Siblings can be unequally yoked, i.e. Cain and Abel. You can be unequally yoked with your siblings. You'd be like, hell yeah, I can't stand that. Yeah, well, that might be some healing needed on your part in that case, right? So again, being unequally yoked also means that you have to be honest and you have to be transparent about yourself. So just because you might be unequally yoked with someone, but you can't really truly assess that situation if you are bitter, angry, and salty, and vengeful and vindictive, and you can't do that. Okay, you can't get there from there, as Abraham Hicks. I call her Esther Hicks all the time, as Abraham Hicks says. Okay, so unequally yoked with your occupation. You can be unequally yoked with your occupation. Your parents wanted you to do something, so you followed that track. You took over the family business, not necessarily because you wanted to, or maybe you did. But now it turns out you want to do something else. Well, the family has you feeling bad because you're going to let go of the family business. There's nobody else to run it. Junebug isn't old enough yet. So what are we going to do, Tommy? That's your family putting undue pressure on you, unnecessary pressure on you, for you to make a decision that they believe is in their best interest, not your best interest. You, in that situation, you are unequally yoked. Your heart's desire and your gut feeling is directing you to go somewhere else. Leave the family business, close the family business, go into this other opportunity, whatever this happens to be. Maybe it's your heart's desires, but not the entire family's desires, not grandma, grandpa's, right? Not all everybody's desire, but it's yours. You need to do that. I'm here as an encouragement today for you. You need to do that. Take that step, leap, whatever it is, crawl, whatever it is. It might be a slither. Whatever it is, you need to take that step because you're going to stay unequally yoked in whatever situation. So your finances will be unequally yoked if you stay around others that are unequally yoked to your energy. If you want to know why you're not being blessed financially and you know you're being faithful with your money, take a look at the people that are around you and ask yourself, if I got $1 million today, how would they respond to me? Okay? And you can actually ask your ancestors. You can ask divine that. You will receive downloads. You will receive answers. Okay? How would they respond to that? Most High is removing, if he hasn't started already, he's trying to. Whether or not you let them is a different story. Your ancestors are constantly trying to help you. You have to let them. Okay? So being unequally yoked with your children. And when I say being unequally yoked with your children, I'm talking about at any age. Okay? Right now, I am unequally yoked with my daughter. In fact, both of them. Why? For one was taken when she was 2 into a polygamous situation. That was my sperm donor while I was serving overseas. He took my first wife. Our daughter, at that time, was not even 2 when I left for Germany in 1998. She wasn't even 2 years old yet. Okay? So that was the first situation. So she's been brainwashed, witchcraft, and everything like a gajillion times over. I've seen her once since 2004. And she didn't want anything to do with me. That was in 2010. After the FBI busted down the door in Ohio and arrested them and took 8 kids into custody. One of which was my daughter. Okay? Again, state of Ohio. This is real truth, real records. Okay? Real truth. That polygamous video, my polygamous sperm donor video, 970 something views. I only have 100 and something subscribers, 124 subscribers. Today is 24, man. 624. I have 124 subscribers. I'm in sync with the universe. I don't say that to brag. Okay? Again, it was 1040. That number, that angel number 1040, that's powerful. I see that number 4 and 5 times a day. 1040. Somehow, some way, the universe gets the message to me 4 or 5 times a day of 1040. It's weird. And ironically, 1040 is the number of the IRS form that you filed. That's not ironic, by the way. Again, those in power, they know synchronicity, numerology, they know spirituality. That's why they're in power. Most of them, not all of them, most of them. That's why they're in power. Because it's done through illegal means spiritually. Okay? So celebrities doing witchcraft against earth angels in order to keep their status because they're pulling from our energy. That actually happens, people. That actually happens. So Diddy was pulling from somebody's energy for who knows how long, probably from one to the next. You remember the movie Fallen with John Goodman and Denzel Washington? The spirit of Azazel. That's truth. 12 minutes exactly. That's completion. That spirit of Azazel is real. And that spirit is the same spirit that keeps us in unequally yoked situations. That spirit. So what does an unequally yoked situation look like? You're working, earning an income, or managing a business or have a business. The other partner is lazy. An unequally yoked situation. I know people right now, in marriages that they have been in for 30 plus years, and they are miserable as hell, and they stay in them, they stay in them. Why? Do you know what you're doing to your life, to your bloodline? Do you know what you're doing? Why are you staying in a karmic situation? Voluntarily. Why? Would you voluntarily go pick up a demon off the shelf and put him in your cart and purchase that demon? That's what you're doing. What? Why? What are you doing? What are you doing? Put the demon down and back away. Right? Put the demon down and back away. When you are unequally yoked. Okay? And again, this could be son and daughter, adult son, daughter to their parents. Again, just like my situation. My eldest daughter, she didn't want anything to do with me. Why? Because I'm a spiritualist. And she operates in karmic, nasty-ass energy. Okay? She thinks she's owed something. And again, where she gets that from goes back to her childhood when I was not a part of it. Not voluntarily, but because I didn't know she existed. Okay? Came into her life when she was 12. Speaking of completions. Okay? So, she has to remove herself from karmic situations. I can't do that for her, no more than I can do her spiritual work overall in any way for her. I can't. She has to do all of that herself. She was given to me and her mother temporarily. And I know for a fact, for the time that we were in communication, I know without question, all I did was do what I felt was best for her in every situation. Every time, every decision. I gave her money when I was on dialysis when I did not have money. That's what it's about, right? Certainly when it comes to caring for that spiritual deity while they were in our care, she's not our responsibility now. That's man's system that did that. It used to be in quote-unquote biblical times. These are still biblical times. I don't know why the hell people say that. People say some dumbass stuff, you know? Like 1 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. 1 in the hand is never worth 2 in the bush, because that creates complacency. So you can hold on to that 1 if you want to and squeeze that bird till it dies, and then you're going to wish you had gone after the 2 that were fresh and new. Okay? Because you were so afraid and fearful of losing 2 cents. You wouldn't let go of 2 cents in order to get $1. You wouldn't let go of it. So you kept those 2 pennies. You'll keep those 2 pennies now. Yep, 1616. So being unequally yoked. Let's do a self-evaluation and ask ourselves, how am I unequally yoked in these areas of my life? My romantic life, am I a fuck buddy? Okay? Or do I growl at every man or woman that walks by because I'm bitter? It can't be either or. Okay? Not if you want the blessings of Most High and the promises that are on your bloodline and to clean your bloodline, clear your bloodline. You can't be that. And that's one of the issues that man struggles with every day. Man in the 3D feels as if they have to pick a side in everything. Who's your favorite team? Who did you vote for? Who do you recommend? How many likes do you have? How many followers? That's what it's all about today. The internet has only exploded and exploited that aspect of human of human behavior. That's all the internet's done. It was always there. Okay? It's just a lot more difficult to pick up the phone and tell somebody on the phone when you don't know their number, hey, you're an idiot, you're a moron, whatever, F you, whatever, right? It's posted online. Right? And hide behind. Okay? The words that I use right now, I will say in front of anybody's face who I walked away from without fear. I'll say them in front of Kevin's face, Judy's face, Steve's face, Kim's face, Alexa's face, Melinda's face, Roxanne's face. I don't care who the fuck it is. Robert Mitchell, right? The polygamous pastor in Deltona, or pedophile in Florida, in Deltona. Whoever it is, and I wasn't a part of that. Okay, I was a part of Steve and Kim's church, the Rock of Central Florida. The Scorpio came from all of that, okay? And her children, and yeah, the unthinkable happened from what I was told. So, karmic situation. Again, can't force people to see the truth. People have to see it for themselves. All you can do is present it to them, just like that water and that horse. All you can do is present it. What people do with it is all up to them. Okay? I've had opportunities that I've passed up on, that I look back on and say, wow, I wonder where that would have led. Okay? So don't be afraid to cut the cord to the individuals that are keeping you in unequally yoked or karmic situations. Okay? And that's all unequally yoked is. It means it's a karmic situation. One is a spiritualist, one is religious. That's not going to work. Okay? That's not going to work. One wants to live on the East Coast, one wants to live on the West Coast. Stop wasting our fucking time and let's just cut to the chase and just say, no, this isn't going to work. Why kick the can down the road? I don't understand that. Okay? I don't want her changing her life for me. It was 2020 when I started saying, I don't want her, whoever her is, changing her life for me. Okay? Because I'm not changing my path for them. We either walk parallel or we walk perpendicular. You know what I mean? Like, there's no in between. Like, we walk together or we don't. Okay? We need to discuss things pretty much one time. And again, that simple East Coast, West Coast thing. East Coast, yes or no. West Coast, yes or no. Whatever that happens to be for either of you, go that way and be about your business. Stop trying to force people to fit into your life when the universe is telling you that we're trying to put the whatever Mississippi between you and her or him, or the Mason-Dixon line if you're going north and south, right? Whatever. Okay? Being unequally yoked. In what ways are we still unequally yoked today? Okay? I can tell you, if you are part of a religious organization and you are committed religiously to that situation is probably one of the first you need to look at for being a karmic situation that you are unequally yoked to. Again, Most High has a sense of humor, but he's not fucking around. And religion, he abhors that. He hates religion. Hates religion in every form. Doing things without thinking about it. That's unconscious acting. Hates that. Detests that. He wants us to be conscious beings here. 2222. Conscious beings. Okay? Not the unconscious beings coming home, sitting in front of the TV for 6 hours until it's time to go to bed. That is a program, and programs run on TVs. Television. Tell you how to live. That's what they're doing. Okay? What you should be doing is using your third eye to see that television, that screen. Yeah. The supernatural screen, the 5D, 7D, 8D, 9, 12, 50D screen. That's what we should be doing. Okay? So, in your business life, in your family life, and in your romantic life, 3 aspects. How are you unequally yoked in whatever situation that you are in currently? Perhaps you're not. Right? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. You've been tuned into The Encourager. If you'd like to get in touch with me directly, my email address is theencourager333@gmail.com. Okay? Thank you so much as always for tuning in, and be encouraged.